Good morning, everyone. It is Friday. Oop, let me take that off. There we go. It is Friday, June 18th. And what is special about today, other than the fact it's Friday? Well, it's quadruple witching. And what does that mean? So at the end of the quarter, each quarter, the third Friday of the month, so which is this month, the everything expires basically. So it is the index futures expire, the index options expire, stock options, and all the stock futures. So pretty much everything expires today. And so what does that mean? Well, it means that this afternoon especially, there'll probably be a whole bunch of extra volatility and activity there in the last few hours in the afternoon. So keep an eye on that, especially if you intend to purchase to swing. So you just keep that in mind, that there will be extra volatility. And well, I've been asked many times, is that beneficial or harmful? Depends on how you play it. Yeah. So that's really all it is. But anyway, I want to come in here and talk about yesterday in the NASDAQ technology. Look at this. It just shot itself straight up. Really nice volume this morning. We're backed off. We have backed off just a little bit, not too much here in technology, but we are seeing weakness here in the SPY. We're back below the 20. You see how close that 8, 3, and 20 are here this morning. And in the Dow, we continue now. We're getting a bit of a rollover. Now, as of right now, the candle is inside yesterday's candle, right? So we've got a long way to go on this candle. Yesterday gave us more of a candle of indecision here on some pretty decent volume. And with this candle here today, the one that we're seeing, I'm going to go ahead and say it's still indecision. We need to see how the candle closes. Now, we also see that on this bit of a downtrend, we see a bit of an uptrend in volume. However, this is the chart we want to come back and take a look at. We have built up volume this week as we're pushing down. Now, as we're pushing down, we see that the 20 is just below there. So that is the area I'm going to watch for support, see if we come back to it. We've done this several times, and in the daily, during the day, as you go day to day, it seems very, very painful. But when we look back, we survived this move back toward the 20. We survived this move in October back to the 20. We even survived all of this mess, right? And at the time, it seemed very, very painful. But when we look back, we're like, oh yeah, we're fine. We totally did fine. Well, let's keep that in mind as we push down here. Don't panic. Now, the one thing that I will say is that we've had very little follow through for swing trades. So it makes it a little harder. I've been playing a few that I get right before the close to see if I can see that that move the next morning, the follow through. Which brings me to Upstart. So Upstart is one that I got into yesterday on equity. And I got in this, and I'm going to go ahead and go over it here in this trade, or in this video. I got in this. We came down here to this really nice point of control area. That's what the red line is. We used the 50, and we just hung out, and we accumulated a lot of buyers at that area. Yesterday, we came in, put in a little bit more volume, but reversed back up. So I was playing for the continuation of that reversal because there is so much support here, and you can see a lot of volume now. That as of right now this morning, this trade is working out. How did I catch this? I simply did a scan for unusual volume, high volume. That's all it was. It's nothing fancy. It's in FinViz. It's a free scan, and I've just been kind of looking at those as we go. I usually start looking at them right at the end of the day, or at the after lunch rather, and see what is setting up for unusual volume. And I put in a few parameters like price parameters, and that's about it. But I'll share the scan in the room. But putting in just a few price parameters because I don't need all of the $1 stocks because I don't trade those, honestly, because I don't trade them well. So pulled this up. It came when I got in. It was sitting right at this this volume shelf. So just playing for the continuation, and this morning it is continuing here. It is at 128.26. I got into it at 126.67. So about $1.50 right now on equity. I did not buy options because I did not see any that I felt comfortable getting into. But any of these trade ideas, if I'm getting in on options and you're not comfortable with that, you can certainly buy the equity. You don't have to buy what I do. Or in this case, I bought the equity. You certainly could have turned around and said, nope, I like these options. I'm going to go with it. Use your trading plan that fits your risk tolerance. All right, so that's why I got into Upstart. But now let's take a look here. Come back to the ES. The ES is down. We're inside yesterday's candle. Like I said, we have this moving average really close. And here too, right, we came back to pretty close to the 50. We've survived these touches back to the 50 before. We have survived them. Do I think the market's rolling over? I was actually at the doctor yesterday, and she asked me if I thought the market was rolling over, and I said it doesn't matter what I think. What matters is what the price tells us, and the price is just telling us that we are very undecided. We've hit a lot of new highs. Now, I'm not particularly happy that as we hit these new highs, there's not a lot of excitement and exuberance. The closest thing we saw here was yesterday in the Qs that we did push ourselves back up, but we've hit the high in the SPY, and everybody's like, oh, yay, like nothing ever happened. So that's what we want to see follow through, and we've had so little follow through lately that it makes it very difficult to trade. It's not you. It is the market is just difficult. All right, so let's hop into a few charts. There are a few that we saw yesterday afternoon that I want to go over. Pinterest, really nice one here. Starting to build just a little bit of volume. Nothing really exciting. I want to watch this one today, and I will watch this one early on. Use the point of control. Really good candle, and brought itself out of all of this resistance, working in the gap, and it has a gap here to 75.95. So that's the area I'm going to be watching, kind of targeting here. I like the Pinterest 820, so the August 20th, 75s on those. All right, Lennar Homes. Now, mortgage rates are starting to increase, so keep that in mind as you look at home builders. This is a home builder. I am looking for this to come not just up over the 20. This had a really nice move through there before cooling off a bit. Still a really nice chart. You can see the resistance level across the top of all of these candles. I like this through yesterday's high, or at least through yesterday's close if you want to hop on it a little bit earlier. I'm looking at the August 20th 100s in those. Twilio here, I don't remember who pointed this one out yesterday. It had great volume, really nice push all the way up. Again, now it pushed itself into resistance, so I'm looking for a setup as we come out of that resistance to the top side. I like this at 367 or better, and I like the 370 strike. Now, I did choose the July 16th. I know that that is not a lot of time, but those are the only ones I really had to work with here this morning. So I will watch it as volume builds, as if this follows through, right? It's a big if. If this follows through, I will look again and see if there is a better set of options. I'd like to be able to push them out a bit, but this is my initial look here, and that is the one I'm going to go with. Both Square and PayPal. Let's look at both of those. Oh, and SE. That was the other. C Limited did really well. Looking for just a pure breakout play on this as it starts to build some volume. I like SE as well. All right, Square and PayPal, both these, they kind of go together, it seems like, or at least for me. Whenever I look at one, I look at the other. Look at this nice move up through the point of control. Pretty messy chart. What I do like is as I just glance at the chart, and sometimes it's just the glance that really helps me see the picture without trying to be too fancy. I see this nice upward trend. So looking for a continued move here in Square. I like the 240s in Square, and you're going to see something similar here in PayPal. Right? Not as deep of a curve, but clearly a very nice upward trend here. I think this is a... Oh, I did not get... There we go. All right. Nice clear upward trend. What I like about PayPal, perhaps just a little bit better, is we've cleared out a lot of resistance, and look at all this up here, right? So we have some pretty clear targets. I do like this straight up here to the 290, maybe a little bit higher, maybe up to, yeah, maybe 292.50 area. 290 to 292.50, like the look there in PayPal. On the PayPals, I would watch the 280s. That one too built in a little volume yesterday. One that I like for equity is DHR, Danaher. Look at that candle. Just going to look for some follow through on this to test the high at 261.43 and then potentially a break of that. And I've been trying to look at the meme stocks, and the meme stock that I like for today is AMC. Now, we drew these lines in yesterday, and you can see that, you know, we really channeled in there. I like the look of this as here. Well, come on, there we go. Wow, my tools are just a mess this morning. As playing more of the wedge. I like the look in this. May even want to take this from the gap and pull it up like this. So wedge kind of within a wedge. I like the look in AMC. We built up a little volume. And this is a great day trading stock, or in the options. Certainly take a look. There are plenty of them. I like the 65s. Personally, I would buy them out into August, but I know if you're just day trading, most people would want to buy them a little bit closer. And I like this through the close of yesterday, not the high, but through the close of yesterday. And right now it's sitting just inside that close, sitting on top of the 3 at 60.65 here this morning. Really flat in the pre-market, nothing too exciting. So sitting right in here. So that is it for me today. Remember, quad reaching, so it's going to be a bit more volatile this afternoon. We're here all day. We'll be playing some music this morning because it's Friday. If you have any questions, reach out, heatherc@givingtreetrading.com, or hit me up in the chat room. If you don't have access to our chat room, go ahead and send me an email, and we'll see about getting you in there and joining our little family here. All right, hope you have a fantastic Friday.